It's Friday. I'm Pebble O. This is Pebble Opinion. Time now for me to do another review of ISONO, which is a telenovela on BET Mondays to Thursdays at 9:30 in the evening. And this is week 5 review of ISONO. Week 5. So it's been 5 weeks of ISONO. 5 weeks of non-stop action. You know, it's been quite entertaining, I must admit. So this past week we saw that AB finally got to meet Foster, because AB has been telling Gabriel that he wants to meet Foster, and Gabriel made that happen. And Foster had an ultimatum that if AB wants to work for him, AB has to do something to prove his loyalty, and that something was that AB had to shoot his girlfriend Destiny, the stripper at the club, Pastor stripper. This guy had to shoot the girlfriend to show just how loyal he is, and then that happened, you know, but he didn't actually shoot her. He was supposed to shoot her like on the palm of her hand or something. This is Destiny, and she was just like shocked, like, oh my god, AB, so you're actually gonna do it to prove your loyalty? You were gonna hurt me? And she was just disappointed and hurt, and she got back into the car, that same car that Foster was supposed to be in. And then as they all standing there, Gabriel, Destiny, and AB, guess who comes out of the car? Foster. How? Who is this Foster? Foster is Mother Mary. And I've been saying this. So I think Foster, I've been thinking, Foster is Mother Mary, and I was right, Foster is Mother Mary. You know, she's been hiding behind this character that she made up, you know. And I must say it's been working for her, because now everybody's just like, yo, Foster, Foster. Can't there's no Foster. Foster is Mary. Also, Mary is Martha. Hey, Mary is everybody, guys. Mary is Mzeke. I'm convinced. Uban Mzeke. Mary. So yeah, AB was impressed that Mary has been able to hide this thing for so long, that she's actually Foster. So AB was impressed, like, oh, mom, oh, you're so smart and whatever. And Gabriel was just there like, oh my god, whatever. Because Gabriel is over the whole thing, actually. So that's what happened there between Foster and AB. Lesedi and Simon. So Simon has been given a project to work with Lesedi. Apparently the Swedish guys that funded the House of Grace last week, they want Lesedi to record a music video because they were impressed with her. So now Mother Mary asked this one, Simon, to work with Lesedi on something, and Lesedi was quite reluctant, and Simon is like, hey, if you don't do this, I'm going to tell Mother Mary that you don't want to do it. And you know that you don't want to cross Mother Mary, you know. So Lesedi was just like, okay, I'll do it. So Simon has been behaving like Randall. Or, you know, Simon Cowell. Is that how you say his surname? Simon Cowell from the judge from X Factor. Simon has been behaving just like that. Like, hey, he's holding auditions at the home, and he's just like, hey, being a Randall and whatever. But it looks like they will, you know, get a great track, because some of the guys at the home actually know their Amapiano quite well. So it looks like it's going to work out in the end for them. So yeah, we're going to see if they're actually going to come up with a hit or not. Zakwe didn't feature much this week between Lesedi and Simon. You know, he's been quite chill, because like he's making money from the plants. So he doesn't need to be all up in their business. He's making money, baba. Mula. So we have another love triangle loading. And it's between Makwande, Esther, and Millicent. Millicent, guys, is a con girl. Millicent is falling for Makwande. I don't know why Makwande is suddenly being extra friendly, but they've been so friendly this past week, you know. As you know that Millicent has been staying with Makwande and Esther because of the domestic problems at her home between her parents. So she's been staying there, and Makwande has been extra nice, especially since, you know, Millicent's mother has been going through it with the father. So Makwande has been extra nice. And it looks like Esther's not noticing anything. Esther's just thinking like, nah, we're just friends and whatever. Even Millicent this past week told Esther that, no, Makwande is such a good guy and whatever. Hey. I'm like, but you, Millicent, last week were busy to just get Makwande out of Esther's life. Now you think he's a good guy. But at least, you know, she can see that Makwande is actually quite a dope guy. So this is some of the things that happened between Makwande and... This happened actually on Thursday between Makwande and Millicent. They were in the kitchen, Makwande making breakfast, Esther getting ready in the bedroom, this one making breakfast in the kitchen. For Millicent, who does that? Just look at the way, the chemistry, the everything. Guys. Esther is gonna cry.
I'm sure she's looking at this.
No, that's all good. You want the whole shebang?
Yes, please.
Hey, he's even asking if you want the whole shebang, like the whole thing. Burre und bait, everything, Papa. Full on breakfast. Just for who? For Millicent. Meanwhile, Millicent is falling for Makwande. Imagine this one. It will end in premiere tears for Esther. She's gonna cry just like this. It won't end well for her. Shame, shame, shame. Also, they had a party, Makwande and Esther had a party, hosted a dinner at Makwande's place. And they invited their friends, and Esther invited Brian because she wanted to hook Brian with Millicent. Brian came through. Brian is actually a doctor, the doctor that Makwande went to see about his condition last week. And then the doctor came through and he's like, you know what, Makwande, I know that it's you who's actually sick, so you need to do something about it. And Makwande is just like drunk, like, no, please don't tell anybody about this. This is my business. See, here he was saying, you can't tell anybody about this. Not even Esther, nobody, because Makwande is still keeping his heart disease. It's still a secret, he hasn't told even his father, and you can see that his health is deteriorating because this past week he was feeling dizzy or whatever in the kitchen, but Esther can see that something is wrong, but she still hasn't, realized that actually this guy is about to die. He is dying. Anyway, moving right along to see what happened this past week. Lily and Msizi. Hey guys, Lily and Msizi are suddenly in love. You remember last week, Lily was crying because Msizi was hitting her and whatever, and they chased Millicent out of the house because Lily felt like Millicent was disrespecting her father. So this past week, Lily said that she wants to, get married because it looks like Msizi paid Lobola, but then he paid half or something, there's still like an outstanding amount for the Lobola. And then he said like he's going to get a job and make sure that they get married. Lily's like, yes, she wants the whole shebang. She wants wedding dress, catering, tente, everything, the whole thing, white wedding, kukas, And then Msizi was like, okay, I'll give that to you, then I'll go get a job. And then Msizi went out, and then he apparently got a job as a driver, And Millicent, when she heard about this, she was just like, really, I don't trust this. But it looks like Msizi is finally, stepping up. I hope so. So we'll see what's going to happen next week, and if the wedding between Msizi and Lily is actually going to take place. It would be nice, for Lily to see her, being nice, because nothing is working out in her life. Where she works, it's crap. Working for Mother Mary is not nice. And then her husband was a problem. And then the relationship between her and her daughter Millicent is not great. So it would be nice to see something nice happening for Mother Lily, right? But hey, I don't trust Msizi for nothing. Pastor Duma, guys, Pastor Duma. Hey, Pastor Duma was so dramatic this past week. So he held his family hostage at the church. He was threatening to kill himself, as you can see here. He was threatening to kill himself together with his son and wife, Mamurudi. He was saying that he has sinned enough in this life and he's not going to leave them behind, so he's going to kill them. So as they're there, Mamurudi is saying, begging for her life, no, don't kill me, don't kill my son. Oh, please, Pastor Duma. Gabriel walks in, because remember Gabriel was supposed to go kill Muruti. But then he told Muruti to run. But then Gabriel walked in, and then Muruti points the gun at Gabriel on saying, hey, wait, now what, I'm upset, whatever. And then the next thing, who walks in? Foster walks in. Mother Mary walks in, and then Mother Mary tells Muruti that, you know what, Muruti, since you've been wanting to meet Foster, thinking you're working for Foster, I am Foster, Mother Mary this week was revealing her Foster because she revealed herself to AB as Foster, and then she went to the church to reveal herself to Pastor Duma just before he got killed. So I'm not sure who shot, because Mother Mary was there with Gabriel and AB, because Gabriel made sure that Mama Ruti and the child leave the church to save their lives, So I'm not sure between Gabriel and AB who shot Muruti, but he got shot at the church after the Foster revelation. He was shocked. He died a shocked man. He was very shocked when he died. So, yeah, that's what happened. And Mother Mary was like, Gabriel, when I clean up the mess and stop feeling bad, because Pastor Duma was lying there on the ground, dead, and it's just like, oh, okay. And then Gabriel was like, he's not going to do it. He's not going to clean up the mess because he wants to change. He's starting to feel guilty about the whole thing, about everything that's happening, And then this woman, Mother Lilia Christian, to get married. So she went to the church to go see if the pastor can, run the whole thing on the wedding day at the church mosque. Hey, if we can facilitate the wedding. She gets there and then she finds Pastor lying on the floor. She's like, what is not happening? She runs to Mother Mary, like, hey, Mother Mary, I arrived there and Moruti's lying on the floor. He shot himself because like it was supposed to look like a suicide. So Mother Mary's just like, they pretended like, yeah, guys, what happened? You know, Mother Mary's dramatic. She's like, what would drive a... She's like, look here, she's like, what type of a demon drives a man to take his own life? Yay, Mother Mary. She must have been so happy to see that people are actually thinking that it's suicide, because I guess that was the whole plan, to make it look like the pastor killed himself. Mother Mary, not to be trusted. And I can't say this enough, guys. I can't say it enough. Moving right along, Mary and Gabriel. So like I said, Gabriel is starting to feel bad. He's growing a conscience. He's starting to feel guilty about everything that he's done. And then Mother Mary is just like, you know what, when I will slap you, do you hear me? Because Mother Mary found out that Gabriel didn't actually go remove the body. And then Gabriel is like, if I remove the body, it wasn't going to look like a suicide. Think, Mama, when I and AB just want to act like superheroes. Think, you know. So Gabriel is quite smart, you know. Smarter than AB, obviously, you know. But not reckless enough for Mother Mary. And then Mother Mary is like, that man deserved to die because he was sending her threats and whatever. And I'm like, Mother Mary, always playing victim. And then Gabriel is just like not buying it, like, whatever, Mama, whatever, you have no soul. That's what actually he said, that Mother Mary has no soul. And I agree. Pastor Dumas' funeral, Mama Ruth didn't attend the funeral because she felt like people were going to be gossiping about her, and it's not worth it, because she felt like Muruti, when he was alive, he embarrassed her enough. And then she's like, she's not going to stand for more embarrassment by going to the funeral. So she didn't attend the funeral. She's like, how do I mourn a man who wanted to kill me? How, Gabriel? Tell me how. Hey. So she didn't attend the funeral, and the funeral went on, and Mother Mary was there acting all holy, talking about forgiveness. Hey, forgiveness, the pastor, what he did, forgiveness. Hey, you know, acting all, you know, heavenly and whatever, acting all Mother Mary, Mary Magdalena, really. So that's what happened at the funeral, and they said he got to perform at the funeral. A nice piece by Lesedi, guys.
Your confidence has grown. All thanks to you.
Look at Simon is so proud. He's like, he feels like, you know, he's the one that discovered Lesedi. Like, oh my God. And this is Esther. Esther was also at the funeral, and she was very supportive of Lesedi, which was nice to see, you know. But you know what? I feel like the music part of ISONO could have been extended more. And I feel like because they're working with Ambitious Records, they could have, you know, roped them in, and it could have been an actual thing, you know. It would have been nice to see some drama there, some actual solid something happening there with the music side of things, especially because they are in partnership with Ambitious. I think it would have worked out perfectly. Instead of, let's say, they're always just singing like these church songs and whatever, you know. I feel like they could have worked more on the writers of ISONO, but that's just me and my music loving self. I take nothing from the writers of ISONO. No disrespect. So yeah, that was Lesedi performing there at the funeral. Gabriel and Mamuruti seem to be getting quite close, especially since, you know, Gabriel has started to feel guilty and whatever. So he's turned over a new leaf, and he told Mamuruti that, you know what, I think you should leave this town and go start afresh with your son because you have been through enough. So he told Mamuruti that I actually offered Mamuruti 30,000 rands to leave town. Well, I offered him money to leave town, so I'm giving you this 30,000 rands to leave town and go start afresh. Save your soul. And in turn, Mama told Gabriel that you are a good man and you should also save your soul, Gabriel, because I can see that you are not okay. You are trying to change and whatever. So please also save your soul. So we'll see if these two will actually save their souls. If I didn't know any better, if I didn't know that Gabriel and AB have a thing, I'd say that Mama and Gabriel will get together at a later stage, but we know that Gabriel seems to be into AB, which is still another thing to look forward to. I've been saying this for 4 weeks now. I'm still looking forward to that. So that's what happened this past week on ISONO. So it's going to be interesting to see if Moruti is going to leave town, because Gabriel told Moruti to leave town and he didn't until he eventually got killed. So I think though that, well, I hope that Moruti gets away, because we don't want anything bad happening to her, because, you know, Mother Mary can just wake up and say, hey, Gabriel, go kill Mamurut. Like, really? Anyway, that's how we come to the end of this week 5 review of ISONO right here on Pebble Opinion with me, Pebble O. I hope that you enjoyed that reaction, or that review rather, of ISONO, a telenovela on BET Mondays to Fridays at 9:30 in the evening. Check it out. But anyway, I'm Pebble O, like I said, and I'll be seeing you next time.